Hi, welcome to more fun TOEIC English listening practice, Part 7. Listen to the following passage, take notes, and be prepared to answer questions at the end. It's calendar week 7 of the project, and Jim Evans has almost finished the subroutine for facial expressions and hand gestures. He is testing the subroutine in the laboratory when Tom drops in to check on the progress. Tom says, "Hey Jim, how's it going?" Jim says, "Pretty good. Do you want to check it out?" Tom says, "Sure, show me what you've got." Jim starts a conversation with the robot by asking, "Do you like sushi?" The robot responds by saying, "Yes, it's one of my favorites." The robot's facial expressions are a little jerky. Tom says to Jim, "You need to take some of the rough edges off, Jim. His facial expressions are a little too jerky." Jim responds, "Yes, I think so too, and I've been working on that, but it's a little harder than I thought to adjust. But I think I'll get it smoothed out by next week." Tom says, "Great. Let me know when it's ready." Jim nods and gets back to work while Tom leaves the laboratory. He heads down to the finance department to check on the current status of project spending. He meets with Wayne Adams, the head of the accounting section. Wayne tells him that although they were lucky to be able to use the robot that had been made earlier to be used as a teleconference moderator and to get a head start on the project, payroll costs were running a little over budget. Jim asked Wayne what was the main reason. Wayne said, "Well, Jim Evans has been working a lot of overtime, and this has added a lot of unexpected cost." Wayne said, "You might want to divide up the work more between Jim and Jack, the other programmer." Tom said, "I see. I'll think about it and decide what to do." Okay, questions. Answers follow after a pause. Number 1. What week is it? It's calendar week 7 of the project. Number 2. What has Jim almost finished? He's almost finished the subroutine for facial expressions and hand gestures. Number 3. Who drops by Jim's laboratory? Tom does. Number 4. What question does Jim ask the robot? He asked it if it likes sushi. Number 5. What does the robot say? He says it's one of his favorites. Number 6. How are the robot's facial expressions? They are a little jerky. Number 7. Does Jim admit that they need to be smoothed out? Yes, he does. Number 8. How much time does Jim say he needs to smooth out the robot's facial expressions? He says he needs a week. Number 9. Where does Tom go after leaving the laboratory? He goes to the finance department. Number 10. Who does Tom meet with? He meets with Wayne Adams. Number 11. What section does Wayne manage? He manages the accounting section. Number 12. Why were they able to get a head start on the project? because they were able to use a robot developed earlier as a teleconference moderator. Number 13. What costs are running a little over budget? Payroll costs are running a little over budget. Number 14. Who does Wayne suggest is working too much overtime? He suggests that Jim Evans is working too much overtime. Number 15. What's the name of the other programmer? His name is Jack. Number 16. What did Wayne suggest that Tom do to cut costs? He suggested that Tom divide up the work more between Jim and Jack. Okay, how did you do? Okay, listen to it over and over and keep trying, and then check back again for part 8, which is coming up in the future. Okay, good luck. See you next time. Bye-bye.